Hey, what's up, YouTube? It is Sean Sundahl. Hopefully, everybody is having an awesome day today. So, I am filming from a vehicle that I normally don't drive. I'm renting this minivan. Minivan. Here it is, the minivan. Check it out. Chrysler. I think it's a, no, wait a minute. Dodge Caravan. Okay. Never in a million years would I ever think that I would drive around a minivan. That's a big no-no. Is when you're a male or man, you're in your 20s, 30s, you vow to never drive a minivan, and today I have a minivan. So my ego has shrunk a little bit. But you know what? When you have a lot of kids, a minivan is the way to go. I mean, just look at all this room in here. Lots of room, and I don't feel like I'm in a minivan. Anyhow, topic of today is marketing. Okay, and forgive me, you guys. I have to hold this phone up. I'm not in my usual recording studio, which is my truck. I'm in this minivan, so forgive me if the camera's a little bit shaky. So today's video is marketing. We talk about some marketing strategies. Rob told me or suggested another video. He made a comment that if you want to get more business, especially for your private security company. In this video, I'm also going to address private investigation companies, but if you want to market your private security company, joining a chamber, there you go, Chamber of Commerce. Chamber of Commerce is not a bad idea. So you join this Chamber of Commerce, every month or so, you meet with other business professionals, and you might have lunch, and over lunch you might talk about your business. You know, just don't try to talk about your business all the time. People don't like it when you're self-centered and just talk about you. Be interested in other people's business. See what they have, and naturally they're going to want to be interested in knowing what kind of business you have. Okay, just don't go over there and just say, hey, I have a private security business, private investigation business. Me. This is who I did. I've worked for this company. I was a police chief or commander for this agency or director for this private security company, and I make millions of dollars, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. Okay, people are they gravitate more towards others that are interested in other people or in them. Okay, not just don't be self-centered. You're not going to get business that way. So that's not a bad idea. Those of you who have immigrated from other countries to the United States of America, I welcome you here. I really do. My family is from another country, and we immigrated over here, and we're all doing well. Okay, we're all doing well. We appreciate the open arms that the United States of America has given us. So if you're from another country, welcome you here. But remember, when you're in this country, there are groups, maybe Asian American groups, Arab groups, there's Muslim groups, there's whenever I think of Muslims, I think of Jews. So there might be some organizations that cater to the Jewish community. You attend these community events, you're going to gravitate towards others that have a similar culture as you are. As you have, and that you might end up getting business because of that. Okay, because of that connection that you have. So that's another way. Another thing is, the other day I was at the airport, a local airport, and there's an assemblyman office. I'm not going to mention his name. He is a Democrat. Okay, and when Democrats deserve recognition, okay, rarely does that happen. Just kidding, guys. Well, maybe I'm not kidding, but hey, this is a pretty good Democrat. He does some really good things for the community. So he has his office at the airport, and this guy shows up at 9:06. I think he is one of the workers for the office, and he shows up at 9:06. That already tells me he's probably running late. Okay, 9:06. If you show up at 9:06, you probably start at 9 o'clock. If you show up at 8:30, 8:37 or 8:38, you probably start at 8:30. This is just some observations I made over the years. I'm probably wrong, so forgive me if I am. So he shows up And this office, there's no windows. He goes in and just shuts the door. And it's one of these offices where if you're on the phone, you could probably hear conversation, but I hear nothing. So he just slams the door, not slams it, but closes it. And then I'm there for 15 minutes doing something else, and the door never opens. To the general public or for potential prospects, consumers, when they see the closed door, it's not really welcoming to them. You want to open the door and invite them in. Now, I know some of you run these secret squirrel operations for your private security business or your private investigation business. If that's you, I understand the concept of leaving the door closed, but if you want more customers, hey, have some windows in your business. And I know some of you, many of you rent the office space. Most of you do rent the office space. You know, ask the office manager, the owner of the property, hey, can you change the doors, and you know, you'll pay for it. Can you add some windows if you can without making much construction improvements? Just be more inviting. And if you cannot do these, if you can't change the architecture, you can always at least keep the door wide open. Okay, keep the door wide open. It will invite people in there. Prospective clients will feel more invited. Those of you who are in the private investigation industry, I totally see the reason of not advertising what you do, but remember, there's some competitors out there that they have office and it says investigations on it. It'll say private investigations, and they're getting a lot of business that you ordinarily would get if you have an open front, inviting private investigation office. Okay, now you always want to have an office, parking space in the back, or maybe like a backdoor entrance. People that are undergoing some type of infidelity problems in their relationship, they're probably not going to want to pull up to the business if they have to park in the front, especially if your business is private investigations. You'd probably get more business if you're able to park in the back or in an area where there's not a lot of other traffic. There might be some shopping centers, retail establishments where they can park somewhere else, okay, and then walk up to your business. You know, that's maybe a grocery store or something like that. You know, they're parking the grocery parking lot, and then they'll walk to your business, and it would be like nobody would even think that they're going to a private investigator office, that maybe that they're shopping, whatnot. So this is just some techniques that I brainstormed. You guys that comment on these channels have brainstormed. This is other ways to get business. Another thing that I learned, especially in the private investigator world, if you want to work for attorneys, you want to get some business, when you open your office, if you want a public office, not public office, but an office that's open to the public, try to set up in a business structure, business environment where there's attorneys that are your neighbors. Okay, you'll often get business that way. So you have a legal investigation office, private investigator office, set up your shop next door to a law firm, and just introduce yourself to these, to the attorneys. And a lot of times these attorneys, especially the domestic the ones that deal with the domestic cases, they'll tell their clients, hey, you need to hire a private investigator to do a surveillance. And who is in a better spot opportunity than you, who is next door to the law office? Now, obviously, if they don't like you, then they're not gonna hire you. But people tend to want to do business with people that they know. So get acquainted with your neighbors. That's another way how to get business. Private security, you want to get more contracts. Set up shop, and maybe next door to a property management office. Okay, those who are in the property management business have access to a lot of potential clients, and you want to set up shop next to them, become their neighbor, and be friendly with them. Okay, that's all I have for today. Hopefully this video helps. You guys all be safe and